Okay, we're going to take your PS5 and we're going to really enhance the audio so you can change the volume of your headphones up and down on the fly. So I've had this set up for 7 or 8 years. You get the Zenix 302 USB mixer that will handle all your audio. So basically you would take the Type B USB, plug it in to the Type A in the back of your PS5, and it would immediately plug and play would start and send audio to your mixer, and it would also use the USB power to power the mixer. So no extra power plug. So the fine adjustments would be here. Once you got everything set and you needed to hear footsteps or something critical, you turn it up. You don't have to look at it because there's a little knob there to feel where the phones are going. Or turn it down if it's too loud. So this will save your hearing. Forget the Pro controllers that have the audio boost. They'll ruin your hearing because there's no fine adjust like the mixer. And headphones are pretty worthless. You just turn it to the max, and they're not very powerful at all. They hardly have any boost unless you buy some kind of special thing. But I'm just using a regular old headphones with 3.5 millimeter end to hook into here. So I'm going to go into the detailed the settings on how to set this. But there's 3 extra things other than having the audio pump in here and have regular gameplay. There's 3 other things I want to touch on. Of course, you fine adjust to any situation here. But let's say you want to add a cell phone. In track 2, you get 2 RCA males and a 3.5 millimeter male. Monitor your phone calls. So you would adjust the volume here so it sounded good, and you can monitor all your calls, all your messages. And then to have a private conversation, you would put this button in the up position and turn the mic off or turn it to 0. And then have your private conversation, but never miss a call when you're gaming or message. So that is number 1. Number 2 is if you're taking a break, I use a Y splitter 3.5 millimeter to 2 females, and I have an old pair of PC speakers I turn up, so if I'm close, if I'm turning my back doing something else, I can still hear what's going on with these old PC speakers. That's really handy if there's a time limit or something starts automatically, I can hear what's going on. So the third is to record the whole thing. Now I know PlayStation 5 can play 15 minutes, but what if you want to go longer? I have a whole video I'll put in the top right hand corner. Just simply, it's an HDMI splitter to a cloner box with a solid state drive, thumb drive, to record as long as I want. So look at that video. There's 2 ways you can scrape the audio. One, instead of the PC speakers, use this connection. You need another 3.5 millimeter male to male to hook to the cloner box, but that's possible if you have people you game with. That is the preferred splitting for the cloner. But if you don't have, if you play solo and you don't need a mic, then you would use the output of the main mix. So if you're playing solo, just get 2 RCA males, and then you can pump that directly to the cloner box and fine adjustment with the main mix. There's audio cues here, like a clip. If it's just fluttering yellow, that's fine. If it's in the red, it's going to distort your audio. So you can do some tests on that. So those are the 3 different ways. So let's get into detail on the mixer itself. So you are gaming with other people, you pretty much need an XLR or 1/4-inch plug and microphone for this section right here. So the settings part is going to be mainly this section here. We're going to set this in the down position, this in the up, and this in the down position. And if you haven't set this already, turn everything down to 0 on these knobs so you can start to dial things in. Let's say we already got the mic dialed in, but usually we don't do that until we get this part done first. So line in. So you start at 0 and now notch that up until you feel comfortable where the volume is. Of course, set the phones at 50% or straight up. EQ where they're at. I mentioned the buttons. So you just raise this line USB to what you're comfortable with. So all your fine adjustments at the end will be here. So we've got that dialed in. if we want to dial in, if we're recording the cloner box and we want to use the main mix, we would utilize that by checking the clipping. If it's in red, it's distorted, like I said. The USB, of course, is powered by the PlayStation through the USB, if I didn't already say that. And so we're ready to play and have a good experience. If it's too loud, lower it. If you need that extra little, hearing to hear footsteps coming your way, then turn it up. So if you have any other setting or any other setup, let me know in the comments. Hope this has helped, and keep coming back to this channel for great videos.